Hello everyone, welcome to this new live stream where we're creating an entire game in C from scratch. We are almost done with the game. I can see that we are on the final stretch to finish the game and so we can publish it. And I got some good news. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to release the game on Steam. So that's going to be a great plus, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun as well. Both to learn, it'll be my first game with no engine on Steam. Because the games I published on Steam before, I used Unreal and stuff. So it's going to be a new challenge, which I think is going to be fun to show you guys as much as I can. If you are following along, and you can do so on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/danzaydan, you can watch the whole process, ever since from the first line of code we wrote on day 1, and now we are on day 21. So you can watch all the way to day 20 already on YouTube. And hopefully it will be like 25 days, I think. I'm guessing. I'm going to show the to-do list. There's not much stuff to do. There's just some cleanup to do and some engine improvements. Because last stream we finished the gameplay. And we did all sorts of crazy stuff. Pretty much, yeah. And on my YouTube channel you can also check out some tutorial series. I'm creating this how to program a game in C++ tutorial series. And it's been really hard to edit because I'm really trying to do something good quality. So yeah, it is taking a little bit of time. But if you subscribe, you can watch the whole thing. And also, there's some like these one-off tutorials that you can watch to go more in depth and understand these live streams better, because these are a little bit more hardcore. Okay, and you can also download the game on itch.io, which is danzaydan.itch.io. You can open here the Break Arcade Games Out source code, and I've also updated the page. You can see there's a lot of new GIFs going on, or if they load anytime soon. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the best idea to put 100 GIFs. Yeah, oh well. But you can download the source code within the download now button, and you're welcome to give me a tip, but if you just click no thanks, you can download for free all the game and source code from the very first day. So you can watch and download the source code to make sure that everything is nice. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them on the comments or the chat or anywhere, and I'll try to answer them. Okay? Okay, let's get started. Now, let me just load the project. Make it a little bit taller here as well. Hello, how are you doing, man? Okay. In our to-do, what do we have to do? We only have like, I think, 3 or 4 major things to do. One of them, the one we're going to tackle today, is to build a more robust asset system. I'm going to explain what it needs in a little bit. And also some polish paths, some small things that we need to improve in the game. And then we have to integrate with the OSS, which means online subsystem, to make sure that the game runs on Steam, and probably do achievements or a leaderboard, things like that, so we have to implement that. And then release the game. I think that's the roadmap. It's just a couple things to do. And there's a lot of other ideas that we had during the streams. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time implementing every single idea on this game, because I have to live stream the whole thing, right? And maybe I'm going to implement a couple of them off stream, so you guys can have a little surprise when you play the game as well. That'll be cool, I think. Maybe some of these other game modes. Who knows? Now, we have to do the asset system. So 2 things we noted to do in the asset system. First thing is to do an OGG reader. Because if you go to the game data folder, you can see that we have these WAV files, and the music alone is 14.5 megabytes, which is a lot for a small game. We also have a lot of these hit files, and they add up to be like 4 or 5 megabytes as well. Yeah, because there's a ton of them. Okay, so the great thing about adding a OGG reader is that we can add, I just converted these songs to OGG. So instead of taking like 7.2 megabytes of space, they take like 500K. So it's a lot. It's a huge difference doing compressed versus uncompressed music. And but there is a catch, and the catch is it does take time to uncompress them. However, we already implemented, if you go back to my YouTube channel, you can watch, we already implemented the parallel program. Yeah, we did a job system for the game. And if you watch this episode, you can watch the whole thing, how we did the job system. So now we just have to use the job system. And I think that'll be pretty easy. And after doing the Ogg Reader, we are probably going to cook all the assets into a single file, single packed file. Well, a couple of benefits. One of them is that it's going to be way more organized than to have all these, PNG files spread all over here. And another benefit is to be able to update the packed file independently from the game, which is also a plus. It's also look more professional, really, to have all the assets cooked and ready to go. And we're also going to improve the performance quite a bit because we're going to read just one file. And we could take this to the next level and do like memory mapping and all sorts of stuff. But for now, just a simple asset cooker will do the job, and it'll be fun also to write that on stream to show you guys, how to specify a file and things like that. Okay. As for the Ogg Reader, let me just open here the data. So I have the Ogg files that I converted. Just like we did the wave importer, I'm going to copy a Ogg importer I have. And let me show you what this looks like. This is based on the Ogg Vorbis. So it's pretty much just Ogg Vorbis that we used STB image for the PNG. This is the same thing. And you can download on Sean Barrett's website. And the licenses, as open as possible, just like this game. The licenses do whatever you want with it. And I created a couple helper functions down here that can more easily decode either from memory or using a file name. And just assert that we use these correct functions. Okay, so this is what we want to do. For now, all I want to do is to load the Ogg from a file name, because we're doing like the load web for everyone. Let's try doing that for the music. We have the breakout music. Let me see. So loaded menu music. It's going to be Ogg, and this, well, should really be here should really be .ogg. Yeah. Okay. And we also should include this file now. Let's see. And we can probably make that a .h, just so we can. Yeah, maybe I'm going to do that. Just so we keep the library separate, so it's easier to count the lines of code if anyone ever cares. So we're going to make this .h. And let's load that. Ogg importer .h. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to ignore this warning because the library kind of assumes that we don't care about this warning, which we mostly don't actually. Expression is not. Yeah, I'm also going to ignore this other warning as well. Okay, and we compile. Now let's see what happens when we try to run the game. So let me see here in the game. We have the load Ogg. So let's see how long it's going to take. It's probably going to take a while. Oh, it's optimized. Well, I should probably not build it optimized, just so we can properly debug and measure everything. Okay, so this is the wave importer. That was pretty instantaneous. The Ogg did take a while, if you guys noticed that. But let's see if we get what we want. Like two samples. Sample count looks okay. And this, probably looks like valid samples. Let's see if we can hear music. Okay, so apparently we are good to go in the Ogg Reader. Let's see. But we also have to import the other music. Now let's see, we're probably gonna take a hit, speed hit. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad, but we can do better than that. Also, for the hit, we're also going to import all those as OGGs. Let's see. Now that was pretty bad. But let's see. Dude, that transition is so cool. Kind of forgot about that. Yeah. The game's feeling awesome. I think the wave sounds a bit too loud. The player movement sound. The player movement sound. Let's see. The volume. Yeah, we multiply that by .3. Maybe we can multiply that by .2. Should be more subtle. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Now, I mean, if we didn't want to, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad not to optimize the OG, but we're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, see, that was pretty quick. Yeah. Yeah. But let's do that asynchronously. So the thing is, instead of calling the load OGG, let's see, like this, let's just do a quick reminder how we do the job system. We do that for the audio. Let's see. Yeah. We have this job callback that we must do as a function. Okay. And we're gonna create an asset file later on. Let's just keep doing this. Let's say async load OGG. And then we're just going to load OGG. Let's see. Load OGG with the file name. And I believe we do have a data around here. Let's do like callback or job callback. Yeah, we do pass the data pointer. Yeah, it's the platform common. Oops. Callback. Yeah, we have the queue and the data. So I'm just going to pass this as a pointer to this guy. Okay. But now I'm gonna have to create another queue if I'm not mistaken, because when we create the queue, I think we only do one queue for the audio. Yeah. And I'm gonna create like a general queue. And we can use like 2 threads. I think that'll be safe. And we're not going to add any jobs for now. Okay. However, whenever we try to load OGG, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do like this would be the callback. And then we're gonna do a load OGG. Oh, this is actually file name. And then we're gonna add the job to the general queue. This is gonna be the async OGG callback, and we're gonna pass the name. Load OGG. It's gonna be async load OGG. General queue. I think I'm gonna add this as a global pointer. Let's see, where's that? Here. Job or John. Oh, it's probably someone from the library. No, some random John guy from the code. Job queue, OS. Job queue. Yeah, that's it. Pointer. And let's do this. What's that? Job queue pointer. Yeah. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. And now all I have to do, instead of calling the load OGG, we should just call that the async load OGG. And I think that'll be all. Cannot convert a loaded sound. So this is a little bit more problematic because we want to receive this guy. Is it a loaded sound pointer or a loaded sound? It's a loaded sound. Interesting. Let's take a look at the OGG reader. Importer, yeah, we have the loaded sound from memory. Maybe we can do just this part asynchronously, right? And then we get a pointer to the loaded sound. You know what? I think I'm gonna just take a quick peek at the other game that I can that I showed on the itch.io page, because I don't remember how I did that. It's pretty much the same thing. Oh, it takes a pointer, and then I write to that pointer. So it's gonna be like load OGG. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna do that. So, let's do that. So, in the callback, this is kind of a hack, but I think it's an okay hack. Oops, let me just close Discord here. Otherwise, people are going to listen to my messages. In callback, I'm gonna take 2 data pointers. This is kind of a weird hack. Let's see, add job to queue. But it's easier than to try to manage that all the time. So load OGG, I'm going to do like same thing. I'm going to write, assuming that the first data is a pointer to a loaded sound. Yep. Assuming that's the case, I'm going to write to it this guy. Yeah. And this will be the data 2, and this will be the data 1. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, and then we have to pass the name and the loaded sound pointer, loaded sound. So yeah, this will be a loaded sound pointer. I'm gonna write to that. Okay. Okay, and now we have to do it like this. I'm gonna do like OGG / hit sounds plus something, right? And this will just be the loaded gameplay music, and this will be loaded menu music. Yeah, it's kind of a hack, but that'll do for now. For now, I mean, for this game, I suppose. Because I don't want to do like a more managed memory thing, because there's really no need. Something's wrong. This is the one. Oh crap. Let's do that again. Okay. Okay, and then we don't need this. Okay, same thing here. Function through pointer to argument for call. So this would be 1 and 2. And then job has to have 1, 2 as well. Funny, I think we already changed that here. Oh no, this is just the function prototype. Yeah. 1 and 2. Okay, so entry data 1 and 2. I'm gonna pass 0 for the other data as well. Now, maybe this is gonna work. Maybe this is gonna explode. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it explodes. 0 size. We're trying to 0 the queue. It was a null pointer. The general queue. Oh, okay, yeah. It's just a small typo. So when we create the general queue, we have to set the general queue pointer to the address of that general queue. This guy. Okay. So had nothing to do with what we were doing. I mean, had somewhat to do. That's it. Oh, you guys don't have audio. So you guys didn't hear the menu and stuff. So we probably have to assume that, well, let me turn on optimizations back off. And we probably have to assume on the audio loop that we probably don't have audio. I mean, we can't not have audio, right? If that makes sense. So the volume was 1, I suppose. And the sound's probably null, but I think we tested this here. Oh, the sound's not null? The sound is not null, but the samples are null. So this is gonna be no good as well. Try to loop. So I think I'm gonna continue if the samples are null as well. So audio, let's see, continue. Yeah, I think, yeah. So now, you guys probably heard, right? The music takes a while to start because we are loading that, but I think I'm gonna set it to load first. The music, let me just close the other game. Yeah, I'm gonna set this to load first. Yeah, that's way better. And I can probably also set the menu to load first. Yeah. Awesome. And if we go back to the optimized build, it's going to load even faster. Yeah, that's perfect. Isn't there an error in hit sounds where you do +13 instead of +12? Probably. Yes. Nice call, man. Well, I got something wrong. Oh, that's weird. Oh, no, it's not wrong. Because, well, well, no, it is wrong. It is wrong. You are correct. Because these sounds are named 1 to 16, but the memory is actually from 0 to 15. Nice catch, man. No dead beef. Yeah, nice catch. So we were probably writing to some memory that wasn't valid, and if we tried to use the hit 16, we would get no sound. because we do have a lot of memory, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember where that memory is from. It sounds. Oh, it's from, yeah, it's from the global. Yeah, so this was really wrong. We were writing weird stuff. So nice catch, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Awesome. So that easy, we did the Async Ogg Reader. So now you can probably delete all sorts of crazy stuff here from the game, from the data. We can delete these WAV files. We can delete every other hit file. For some reason, Windows did this like music thing instead of just letting me order the files from their extension. So yeah. And these guys, I don't need to do them OGG because they're pretty small. I mean, they're not that small, to be honest. Yeah, the game over is pretty big. You know what? Maybe we're gonna do the game over. Yeah, let's do the game over. So I just looked for like wave to OGG online converter. That was pretty easy. So it's nice for you guys to see here as well. So I'm gonna drop the game over guy here, and there's gonna be no change in the bit rate on the other sample, the channel count, the audio, whatever, and it's gonna be the Vorbis codec, and then we should be able to pretty easily convert that. And that's it, man. We changed that from like 2.7 megabytes to like 125 kilobytes. So yeah, that's just huge. Yeah, that sounds nice. So yeah, that easy. So game over sound is gonna be OGG. It's gonna be async load OGG. And let's see, probably gonna do all the way down here, I think. Okay. Now it should even be even lower, I mean, in terms of like data. So this is the total, well, I have to include the bitmaps as well. This is our data size, 5 megabytes. We went to 30 to 5. Your video inspired me to go back to just use C stuff, C++ in my project. C++ feel like such a mess. Dude, that's awesome to hear. Thanks. You know, yes, man. And you know what? If you do a little C for a while, C++ will even look like a bigger mess than you thought it was originally. Because you already think it's a mess, but when you take a look at the simplicity of C, I mean, you don't need anything else. I mean, yeah, you're gonna write your own libraries and stuff, you're gonna download some cool libraries, but in terms of tools, you hardly need it unless it's a huge project and there's tons of people involved. Then you probably need more like meta programming features and stuff. But it really adds a lot of complexity, and it's a really great pleasure to be able to write to C. And awesome to hear that, man. Awesome. Okay, I think we are good to go now. Let's just test if we have the game over sound. That was awesome. And that was super easy as well. Well, yeah, okay, I heard that, because that's pretty low. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, because when I played, the sound was huge. It was like huge explosion. So yeah, 5 megabytes for this game. Looks reasonable. 5.5. Sounds reasonable. Try to compare my roguelike code in C versus C++, and man, I was surprised C was much more readable. Exactly, especially when you go back to it after a long time. Because if you're used to the project, yeah, you can understand C++ pretty well. But if you spend like a couple of months off the project and then go back, man, just to try to understand the project is a huge. It's like a brain burden, right? You keep spending neurons to think about how the project is laid out in terms of code and not in terms of program and the structure, which is the most important thing. And yeah, sometimes you do have to, I don't know, type a little more, whatever. Like you could use templates in some areas when you don't. But at the end of the day, program comprehension really is worth taking a look at. I mean, you could use a little bit of C++ sometimes, you know, but like to make like these full crazy C++, modern C++ and stuff, yeah, I'm also not a big fan. So we've just finished our async OGG part. That was it. That was that easy. And now we want to do an asset cooker. So this is the basic idea. Let me try to draw for you guys. So we have a bunch of assets. We have like .png, have a bunch of PNGs. We have some WAV files, and we have some OGG files. Yeah, okay, so this is the basic idea. And for every time you try to read, like here, we not only have to do like a call to Windows to like open a file handle and things like that. Also, Handmade Hero was so amazing, started falling back to 2014, but never really got onto it until now. Dude, 2014? That was pretty much where it started, right? That was awesome. I heard about it was like in the beginning of 2017, so it's been like 2.5 years. And I watched a lot of it because it's really what taught me how to program, really. And you know, in this project, it's kind of my take on the Handmade Hero idea, but just to make like a more simple project, people can watch from the beginning to the end and follow along and publish their game without doing like a full giant engine. You know, it's a different take, although it's really awesome both ways, I think. I think one really adds to the other one. Because, oh man, I learned so much from Casey. That was really, really cool. So we have all these files that we have to open file handles and ask Windows to do all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's not that many, to be honest, but it is a while. And we also have to, you know, give that to the player in like a bunch of different files, and it's kind of open for him to download and edit and whatever. And what we want to do is to take all these guys and do like a dot. I don't know, we could do like a dot pack file for like packed file. We could do like where is all the data, which is like from the Doom guys. that could be cool. We could do like a where's all the data file, and or whatever. We can do like a dot breakout bro dot bro. So we're gonna have to read just one file. And then, whenever we want these guys to be, when we want to find these guys, we just look for the offset. And the best way I found of doing these kinds of simple asset systems, but I kind of got to the top of just doing courses and not making anything. Yeah, this is a weird, this is a dangerous thing, I suppose. In the entrepreneurship realm, it's called like a book entrepreneur, right? The entrepreneur that just like keeps reading books all the time and watching courses and stuff, but didn't actually create any business, right? It's the same thing for programming. I got stuck watching like John Blow's lives for live streams. Lives is kind of interesting. John Blow live streams for some time, and I wasn't actually programming my projects, but I love to watch, you know, him programming. And although there is value to, you know, learning through that, you do have to, you know, get your ass down on the chair and just program yourself, man. But sometimes they also complement each other quite a bit. So it's nice that you got to Handmade Hero now, and that's the main point. I mean, it's never too late to start anything, really. Okay, so how are we supposed to structure these files? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a new file. I'm gonna call this like cooker common.c. I'm gonna have an enum, and these are gonna be the files, the assets. So I'm gonna have like let's see, we're gonna have a bitmap invincibility. So I'm gonna have like a invincibility. Well, it's gonna take a while. Invincibility. And we're gonna have a bitmap for triple shot. And have a bitmap for comet, whatever. Okay. Then I'm going to have a bitmap. Let's see, we have sound effects. Now I'm going to have the sound effects for the force field and stuff. So we're going to have a enum for all the assets, okay? And this order is going to be used both by the game. This is why it's common, right? It's going to be used both in the game and by the cooker. So the cooker is going to load the game in that specific order, okay? And so is the game. So whenever the game loads, we're going to make sure that the cooker misspelled invincibility. Invincibility, thanks. You know, I spent quite a while writing that, and I was pretty sure it was wrong, so it was wrong. Thanks, man. So the cooker is going to use the same structure for the assets as the game. And now when we go to read this, which is the important part, right, the game, it's going to be really simple. We're going to save, like, we're maybe going to say like a magic word in the beginning, as well as like a version number, but yeah, we don't really care about that. And then we're going to do a asset count. So this is going to be useful for the game to check if we loaded the same assets that we are expecting, and we can assert on that. And then for every asset, let's say for every asset, we are going to store the offset, like where it starts. Where let's call this like, let's call that file offset. Okay, because now whenever we let's say we need the force field. So let's say we have the file like this. So I'm gonna add the header size. So let's say header size, okay, which is these guys. And then I'm gonna add like a U32, which is gonna be the file offset, times what asset I'm trying to load. And I think that's not the most robust thing ever if we change the assets all the time, but that's not the case in this game. It's going to be pretty simple, I think. And this is going to give us the asset location. So asset start location. Okay, and I can just zero this out so you can end it. This will be the asset location. And we can also do the proper, well, then we can just, you know what, do the pack plus the asset start location. This is the actual the asset. So asset is gonna be this. Okay, that's it. And so we first store the locations and then we store the assets. Okay, and if we need the size of the asset, we can get the next one and subtract this one. So that's the basic structure for the files. And let's start programming that. So I'm going to create the cooker, and the cooker is going to be a application outside of the game. So we're going to compile that separately, and we're not going to ship that in the user game. So the basic idea is I'm going to go through all the assets and structure that on the file. So let me just copy the right file. Alright, entire file, what is it called? Oh, right, save file, yeah, whatever. So, oops, this is gonna be right file, and then we can pass the file name. Okay, and this will be the file name. Generic read, always create, okay. It's invalid, we assert and we exit. And what does it return? A bool. Yeah, so we can return a bool as well. I'm also going to include the utilities. Okay. Okay, so this is the result. We write the file. And then, yeah, this looks perfect. Okay, and now I'm going to create like a memory for us to use. And we can do like 100 megabytes. We can malloc that. We don't really care about this program too much, but let's just build it, right? It's kind of important. Let's see. I'm gonna put that before the game. This would be like the game build. And this will be the asset cooker build. And this is the cooker. And we don't need like development and the profiling flag. Okay, handle. Yeah, I have to include Windows.h. Result. False. Data. Yeah, also the data. Do we have a string? I think we have a string. Yeah, we do. It's not like a proper string, just some very simple a size and a memory kind of thing. And we don't have the megabytes. I like writing on the code. Let's see. Instead of like KB for kilobytes, I like writing kibibytes. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but the basic idea is this makes it really evident that we are actually doing a 124 conversion. Okay, instead of like the ambiguous KB, which you're not sure that it's like 124, 1024, or just 1,000 multiplication. So this, I like writing that on the code base. I think it makes it easier. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is the memory, and we should probably have like a current pointer to the memory. Let's make that global. Used memory. Yeah. Okay. Now, first of all, we're going to, just like I said, or I can probably comment this here, like file spec. It's going to be like 16 bytes magic word. Let's do like break, BK for breakout, BO for breakout. Yeah, let's do BO for breakout. Or maybe game assets. Yeah, let's do GA for game assets. Then we're going to do 16 bytes, the version number. 16 bytes. Version number. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be 1. Then we're going to do 32 bytes for the asset count. Asset. And that's the header, right? And then for every asset, we're going to save 32 bytes of asset location in file. And then I'm going to save the asset. For every asset later on, I'm going to save, and I'm also going to save 32 bytes like total size, because we want to get the next file as well, so we can subtract the 2 and get the size of the asset. And since the last asset on the file is not going to have a next asset, I'm going to insert the total asset, the total size, so we can properly do the subtraction for everyone. Okay. Okay. So that's the plan. Now let's start doing the basic stuff. So, and I can probably do like a memory at. Yeah, let's do like base memory. Then we're going to do memory equals base, because we're going to offset the memory, and then later on we need the memory to save. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to, let's say, set the memory to GA for game assets. Then I'm gonna offset the memory by 2 bytes. Then used, say I use 2 bytes. Base to memory. Oh well. Sure. Well, I suppose I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah. Used. Don't have it used. Use memory. Okay. So that was the magic word. Now I'm gonna set the version number. Memory. It's gonna be version 1. And we could do helper functions to, you know, and if you have like, could you do a mem copy to save the string? Yeah, I could, but since it's just two characters, I think it's just easier to do like this. But yeah, totally. If we were more, we are going to do a mem copy to copy the files. So yeah, you are correct in this sense. And we should probably do like, if we were going to do like a bigger thing here, we should probably do like helper functions to do any size like this. Probably all, but we're probably only going to do this for the files. Okay. Yeah. Nice. And another thing, we can probably save the PNG. Since those are pretty small, we could probably save our own file instead of saving the PNG. We could do that. Yeah, well, we're going to do one step at a time. Okay. Okay, the memory, and okay, so we got the version number. And now we're going to, or probably like define the version number, right? Just so it's easier to change later on. But we're not going to change, really. And the asset count. So we are going to, we do this cooker common thing. So we're going to include this cooker common. And now we're going to have all the assets. And let's just do like the logo light for now, just so we can test one thing at a time. And then we're going to do asset, oh, this is a bitmap. This is the asset count. And then we're going to save as an S32 the asset count. Okay. Okay, so we finished the header, and we should probably like do the file spec here, and we can define a couple of things like define header size. The header size is going to be 8 bytes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now we have to save this guy, okay? So first thing we're going to do, we're going to have to load it, save its location on the file, and then save its location properly. So it's the we're going to need the load PNG, right? Let's go back to the game. Let's see, whenever we do the logo, we do the load PNG like this. So we're going to do this inline. Later on, I'm going to abstract that to a function. So loading a PNG. So this is a loaded bitmap. Bitmap equals this. And do we have an, where do we load this? Do we load that on the render? Load PNG, yeah, we do. Or just call it bitmap. Yeah, so let's save this guy here as well. And then we load the PNG, and we are also going to need the, let's see, this thing. And the read entire file. And the free file, but maybe we shouldn't free the file. Okay. Now, we loaded the PNG, and now I have to save it. But you know what? First of all, I think I'm gonna save every guy. Well, we don't know yet. Okay. Yeah, we don't know the location. We should. I think I'm gonna create another pointer. To be honest, I'm gonna create like a let's say files like file memory at, and it's gonna be at the memory plus the asset count times the size of a U32. Okay, so we're going to save the file at the file memory at, and we're going to save the size at the memory. Okay? Now we loaded the PNG, and you know what? I think I'm going to save. Yeah, I think I'm going to save the uncompressed PNG. Our bitmaps, let's see how much they weigh. It's like, yeah, it's 23K, unless they blow up to be huge, which I don't think they will. It's not going to be worth it. Okay, so we load the bitmap, and now we should save this size, right? Let's say load. Yeah, because that way we don't need to uncompress PNGs in the game. I think that's a better call. So memory as a U32 will be the bitmap width times the bitmap height times the size of a U32, which is the pixels. Okay? And then we can offset that by the size of a U32. So we saved. I'm going to save this file. Oh, it's not correct though. It's not the file size. It should be where it is at. So it's going to be, yeah, I don't know what I thought. It's going to be the file memory at minus the base memory. Yeah. Okay, now it's better. Now we're saving where the file is. Where the file is. Well, where the asset is in the file. And the asset. And we're going to just set, now I'm going to do the mem copy. See J blazing 93? Now I'm going to do the mem copy. So mem copy dest, the source is going to be, well, I'm not going to uncompress the PNG for now. Okay? I'm not going to uncompress the PNG for now. Maybe we're going to do this later on. The first version, just be a straight copy. Okay? Now let's see. String file. Okay. File.data, file.size. Cannot convert. Oh well. I don't think we're going to have problems for that. We could probably assert, but we're not going to have like a 2 GB asset file anyways. So I think this is correct. We're gonna have to debug that later on. But we're going to do this for every file. And in the very end, I'm going to write file, call this assets.pack. And then I'm going to pass as a string the used. Oh, we have to increment the used as well. So yeah, the used memory plus this. And this is going to be the used, yeah, memory plus the file size. Okay, and then use memory and the base memory. Yeah, this is okay. Oh, I think we do like memory and size. Yeah. Wow. This whole U8 versus char thing. What? I suppose it was correct. It's size and memory. Okay. Okay, okay. Dude, what's the problem? What's our string? Our string is char memory. Yeah, so it's going to be the base memory. Nice. Let's put a breakpoint there. So I'm going to open Visual Studio by passing the asset cooker. Okay. Then let's see. Okay, so we got the memory. Let's see our memory. And let's also see the used memory. Okay, so, oh, I think we are, yeah. We are optimized, which is no good to debug. Well, let's see. Let's go back and see the, well, I think we already are in a good shape. Yeah, see, that's our magic word. And our use memory is now 2 bytes. Version number. Well, I don't see a 1. Okay, there's a 1. Asset count is also 1. Nice. The file memory at is going to be pretty close, I think. Let's see. Then I'm going to read the files. Oh, this actually is in the wrong place. I'm running this from the build folder, so I have to go back folder. Then go inside the data. Okay, now we read the file. Looks good. Let me just see where the base memory is again. Okay. So, okay, so now we saved where the file is at, which is 12. I think that's correct. And then we save the whole thing. This looks perfect. Is this really 12? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so this is 0, so this is 12. Perfect. So we got the base memory, and we got the used memory, and we're going to save that to the file. We should probably save on the correct position though, but let's see, it should be on the build folder. and we have assets.pack, which is 10K. So let's say 10K, and the logo was, let's see how much was it. Oh, we just saved the PNG, so never mind. Never mind. I'm also going to save that on the correct position. Let's see. Data, just so it's easier. Okay. So now that's the first version of the loader, because if we manage to load that successfully, the rest will just be, I don't know, just writing all these guys and stuff. Okay, loading an asset. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a asset loader .c, and I'm gonna do like, let's see, internal string load pack, and for now I'm gonna hard-codedly load the pack file, assets.pack, data assets.pack. Okay, and then I'm just going to return this guy. Then we can do like smarter stuff with this. You know what? I don't really think we need that though. Let's just go to the game. Then like load. Let's see what we are loading. So I'm gonna do like a pack file. Let's do a string pack file. Then I load the pack file. Looks good. Now let's load the logo. So the logo is gonna be load asset, and then I'm gonna pass what asset it is. So it's gonna be a bitmap logo light. Okay, so I'm probably gonna make this guy a global, just so it's more convenient. Then let's include asset loader. Let's see, internal void load asset. Then it takes the asset. Okay. Now we have the pack. How are we supposed to load the asset? We need instead of doing like a load asset, let's see. I really want like a load PNG from pack. That's what I want. So in the renderer, this is not really the best place. I think we're gonna move that to here, I suppose. Well, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Okay, so load asset. I'm gonna have a load PNG, same thing, from pack, and I'm gonna take the asset. Instead of just doing the whole thing, we're going to load asset, and all the rest should be the same thing. Yes, so I do need to be, yeah, so I'm gonna copy that. Anyways. And then in the game, let's see, asset loader. I'm gonna do that on Windows. Okay, then I'm gonna load the asset first. And then the pack thing on the game. Pack file. I'm gonna save it here. Okay. Okay. Now this should be good to go, I think. All I have to do is to write the load asset, which is pretty easy, right? have like the result. The result dot data, it's going to be the pack plus, now I should probably make like a file location, just to go step by step. And the file location will be the pack plus the header size, okay, plus the asset times the size of a U32. We already discussed that. So that's the file location. We should probably have like the file end location. And it's the same thing. With the assets plus 1. And just to make sure we are working on the cooker, after doing all these guys, I'm going to save one more, which is like the final size. Okay, so the memory, so it's going to be the asset count. Oh, that was already correct, right? The number of assets, like 1, 2, yeah, plus 1. Plus 1 because we insert the total file size. Okay? Plus 1. Probably do it like this. Yeah. Okay. Now this I'm just going to add the actual used memory, because the last file's end will be the end of the file. Okay. And we don't need to offset the memory anymore because we finished. Okay, now this is going to be plus the file location, and the result.size will be the file end location minus the file start location. And I think we are good to go, I think. Let's see, pack. Oh, it's pack file. Header size. Don't we include the cooker comments? Plus illegal for struct. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought, yeah, we don't need to add the final guy. We could use like the pack end, but if it's equal to the very end and whatever, okay. File location. This as a U32 pointer. Same thing here. Okay. Okay, do you guys think this will work? Oh wait, we also have to read the pack file. So see, I was wrong. I can't do like the, let's see, pack. Yeah, we can't do it like this. And do load pack. Because we have to test a few things. So load pack file. And the pack file could really just be a U8 pointer, I think. Don't need to have the whole string. This way we don't need to get this data part here. I don't think we have to use its size. Okay. Now the pack file is going to be this plus dot data. Okay. And then I'm just going to assert a couple of things. So I'm going to assert the pack file equals to g game asset. So and then plus 2, this is the version number. And this, I'm going to do this as a S16. Is that a S16 or a U16? S16. Okay. And the last thing I'll do, well, I'm going to make this as a sharp pointer. It's kind of redundant to return and load, but I think that'll be more clear in the code. Okay, so this is the version number, and then we can also search the asset count. Because like if we update one of the guys and not the other one, we'll be able to catch this here. Okay. Now this is it. This is it, I think. Let's try doing the load asset in the game. Let's see. I don't know. Do you guys think this will work? Pack files was no pointer for some reason. Data. Let's just see where do we get the from. Oh, I don't think we saved in the correct place. Let's see. Apparently we didn't. Oh yeah, we also have to make an optimized build. Funny thing. Yeah, okay, no. No funny thing. Well, I didn't see this load being called. See, sometimes these breakpoints go all crazy for some reason. Oh, I was supposed to remove this guy. Okay, so that was the reason. Okay, now let's load asset number 0, file location 16. I thought it was 12. Well, and file location. Oh, let's see the pack file. So this one, yeah, 16. It is 16 location. So you should start with this C426 thing. Let's see. No, that's weird. Oh, the file location shouldn't. Well, it's weird. In the pack file, you know what? I just learned, like right now, that I could write the variable name here. Okay, so this is the version number. This, let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, it was 12. Why did it save 16? Oh, because of this guy. Weird. Let's try again. So it is 16. Okay, this is correct. This is 16, so this is where the first guy is. This is the total size. Let's see, so it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 26, 4. Yep, this is correct. Now it should start with 9, 8, 9, 50. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is correct. Let's just make sure. 8950. Nice. Now we correctly loaded the first guy, and let's see, the size is 9908. Let's just make sure that our size is the same. This is for the light logo. See, 9908. Perfect. And well, let's see if we load the file. We do. We do! We do load the file. Our asset system is pretty much done at this point. Pretty much done. If truth be told, all we need to do, which is kind of boring, but we need to do this. We need to iterate through, yeah, you know what, we should probably do like, yeah, well, let's do like B invincibility, B triple, B comet, B powered down inverted, well, probably just do inf TNT, turtle, strong, the light, and the dark logos. Okay. Now, right now, if we try to run the game, we should assert. And we do. Because the asset count changed, so we should probably update the cooker. And if you guys have any question, just be sure to drop them on the chat. And I'll try to answer it. Okay? Just make sure. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. In the cooker, we have to load all these assets. Okay? So I'm going to do something like load asset. Like load, yeah, could do load asset. Something like this. The only tricky thing about this system, and by tricky I mean a finicky thing, is that this order has to match this order. And if we are supposed to do a more robust system later on, we have to keep that in mind. Okay. So internal void load asset file. And one of the things we could do, we could well, I don't know. But it'll work with this game. We don't have that many assets. Let's put a file, and that is it. Okay. File name. File memory at, well, gonna make these guys globals. Do I need the base memory? Yeah, I also need the base memory as globals. Base memory, sure just happens. Okay, so I think if we go to the game and ask it to load, see, so this is the thing. We should probably do a better system now that we are capable at this point, right? Which is basically do like a for loop, do like last bitmap. So we don't need to do all these files by hand and stuff. And then we can do like bitmaps I equals load PNG I. Okay, and the dark will be the last bitmap for now. Kind of thinking how I want to use this system. Because whenever we call like the bitmap stuff, like the bitmap invincibility, like this, draw bitmap, probably do something like bitmap invincibility. Well, because we could do bitmaps invincibility, but this will not work for audio because that won't be 0 here. Maybe get bitmap. Yeah, maybe get bitmap will work. So get bitmap invincibility. Okay. Okay, so pack asset loader. Then we're gonna do an inline bitmap pointer get bitmap index. I'll scroll this asset. And then to get the bitmap, all I'm gonna do is return like bitmaps. Yeah, see, if this was supposed to be more robust, I wouldn't make this a global. I'm done with modern C++ 11. I'm becoming insane by it. Dude, you said the truth right there. Whenever we looked at a C code base and then like a modern C++, dude, I can't handle it. It's too much for my brain. I mean, programming is hard enough when the language it helps, right? But when the language tries to be more complicated than the program you're trying to write, come on. But just like the other guy up there, you should probably do like smaller things in C, and you really have more fun and be more productive and learn a lot more. That's what I'm doing. These are just hobby projects as well. But yeah, modern C++ should really be avoidable. So in this case, I'm just going to return bitmaps plus the assets. But in the audio, I'm going to have to add an offset and stuff. And we don't have bitmaps. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bitmaps, last bitmap. Oops. There you go. Okay, perfect. Now, see, this is way better. So now we don't need all this stuff like bitmap. We don't need the invincibility, the triple, the comet, the TNT, the total of the invincibility. Yeah, we don't need any of this. It's gonna be way better, our system. But now, whenever we try to play, I'm gonna do like the get bitmap. I'm gonna pass B, logo light. Way better, man. Let's see what else. Logo dark. Triple shot. Comet. TNT. Turtle. Invincibility. Strong blocks. Okay, same thing here. Invincibility. Oh, I think that was wrong. No, it's correct. It's invincibility and inf. Okay. Huh. We should probably... Yeah, see? We should probably do this in an easier way. Like a way to associate the associate... Oh well. I'm gonna say the power up index to the asset index, but okay. Do you guys think we're gonna work? And we don't work. Oh, this is the cooker. Ha. And we don't work either. Asset violation. Reading location. Is that the pixels? Yeah, probably the pixels. Okay. Let's see. Bitmaps. Go from the first to the last. Oh, should be equal to this. Or not. Asset 1. It's our pack file. Yeah. Pack file is no good. Let's try stopping at the pack file. I have one question in Debugging C in Visual Studio. Do install some other linker because if yes, for C++ errors while the code is in C. I am compiling using the command line. So when I compile using CL and pass in a C file, it compiles using the C compiler. If I were to create a Visual Studio project, which is not the case, then it would compile as a C++ project, and then it would be all sorts of problems, right? So yeah, if you want to compile using MSVC, a C program, you have to do it on the command line, like we're doing it here. Then no problem, it's going to run as a C program. But if you create a project like this, this will not work. Okay, so our pack file looks good. Let's see if anyone does anything wrong with this guy. See, we are changing the pack file somewhere. Let's just see the pack file. Oh, I see. Yeah. So if you want to compile using a C program using the Microsoft compiler, you have to do that on the command line. Oh, we can't free the image anymore. Okay, yeah. Because since now we're just one file, if we try to free the image, we're freeing the pack file, which is no good. We can't free that. Okay, bitmap colors. Which bitmap is this? The logo light. Let's see the bitmaps. Okay, and no one loaded. No one loaded it correctly. Well, in fact, we don't really know, if truth be told, if we are saving correctly, because we changed the save system. But, well, let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see? Interesting. Our data looks correct, though, but the size is 0 for some reason. Let's see again. File location 48 looks correct. File and location 48. Okay, so our cooker is not correct. When we load the asset, oh, we are not incrementing the file memory yet. Increment the file memory at the file.size. Okay, so we run the cooker and we run the game. Let's see. Okay, another problem. Let's see our bitmaps. Well, still problematic. Still problematic. Let's go again. Let's see. Load asset. File location 48. And location still is 48. Maybe I'm gonna step in the cooker and see the problem. Let me just think about this for a while. I am file memory at minus the base, so I'm saving where I'm gonna save this guy. Then I save this guy. Then I increment the file memory at. And the next time when I try to save it, yeah, I know this looks correct, I think. Let's try and load the asset. Let's see. So what? Oh, same problem, man. We changed the yeah. So data will be data. Well, that was wrong. Data will be dot this data. Okay. Okay. So yeah, our cooker was not working. Now let's see. Oh, and if truth be told, I don't think we use the bitmap force field anymore. But I don't think we included that anyway, so let's see. Force field sound. Yeah, we just have the sound. So next step is to do this with the sound. And that's going to be pretty easy, I think. We're going to do the same thing. Same thing. I'm just going to take like a 2-minute break just to get more water because I ran out of water. Like 2-minute break. And then when I go back, we're going to finish and do all the assets through the asset system. Then we can try running the game with no assets and whatever. Okay? So 2 minutes, everyone. Okay, I am back. Okay, let's see. We should now do the sound effects, and it's gonna be the same thing, So I'm gonna have like first sound, and I should probably separate them into wave and OGG, probably just so it's easier to load. Or maybe we could add like a flag in the beginning. I think I'm gonna do this. So the first sound is gonna be the last bitmap plus 1. This works, right? Yeah, this works. So, and we're gonna do, let's do like bitmaps like this. And these are the sounds. Okay, so sound force field. Oh, and you know what we should do? We should load all the async OGG stuff before we load anything else. Yeah. Because this whole time we're loading like the other waves, we could be loading the OGGs. Nice. So force field. So let's do the OGG first. So we're gonna do like the sound menu music, and sound main music. And let's do the sound hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do a lot. One to 16. Oh, I didn't even count that, to be honest. And let's do the game over sound. Perfect. Now we're going to do the force fields. Force field. Force field. And we're going to do the fireworks. And we're going to do, let's see what else. The spring. And we're going to do the start game. And we're going to do the lose life. We're going to do redirect. And we're going to do the ball sound. We're going to do the comet sound. We're going to do, oh, let's do the comet begin. And this would be the comet loop. This would be the old sound. Power up, power down, interface, player wall, and load sound. That's weird. The wind sound. I think I misspelled that. Just no, it's actually called, oh, because it's when we load the game. Okay. Huh. Okay. Oh well. Let's see, load sound. We call that load game. And we got 5 bricks. and we have the sign. This is where a meta program would be handy. But yeah. I think we are done. I think we are done. Okay, I've got a bunch of sounds, and we have to load them all like we did last time. So let's go to the cooker. Let's do like bitmaps and sounds. So maybe we should add like I'm gonna change the file spec just a little bit. For every asset, I'm gonna save like the asset format and then the asset. And let's do like 8 bytes for the asset format. And we're going to do like asset format PNG. Then we're going to have wave. Oops. And then we're going to have OGG. Okay. Now instead of async load OGG, we're going to do load asset. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I'll try to answer it. And I'm probably going to have to pass a new parameter here, which is what type is the sound. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And yeah. Bitmaps. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna pass here the asset format PNG. I'm gonna pass here the asset format OGG, and here I'm gonna pass I'm gonna pass the asset format wave. Okay, and now here in the load asset, I'm gonna take an asset format. Okay, and I'm gonna save, let's see, the asset format. I'm gonna save the asset format as a U8. My hero. What do you mean, man? File memory plus plus. Oops, this is wrong. This is like file memory at equals the asset format. So I can do this as wait. I love your codes. How are you doing, bro? Doing great. I've been having a lot of work recently, but back to streaming. And this game is really close. I'm really excited because I'm gonna release it. As I said in the beginning of the stream, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to release it on Steam, which is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be my first game that I don't use any engines on Steam. And I want to show as much as I can how to implement an online subsystem. I can't do like I can't show the Steam API, but if I do like my abstraction on top of it, I think I'll be able to show how to implement a general online subsystem. That could be cool. And there are just some cleanup to do and like some robustness things. Then the online subsystem, and then I think we can release. So I'm doing great. Everything seems to be moving forward nicely. So the asset format, and then this guy, the asset. I think this is nice. That's the dream, write a game in C and release it on Steam. Exactly, man. That's also my dream because I haven't done that before. So I'm gonna try to do this live, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to read the NDA more calmly, but I think I'll be able to do it. Like I said, I can't show the Steam code, but it'll be cool anyway. Even if I can't show the implementation of the Steam stuff, that'll be exciting to release the game on Steam. And then the next game is going to be even more complex than this game. That's the idea. That's the idea. So I think we should be good to go. Done a lot of stuff here. Yeah. Let's try running the cooker. Okay. Oh, and yeah, probably also change the data to this. Okay, let's try running again. Nice. And now we should be able to go in the game and do the same thing we did for the audio to do with the rest. So I'm going to do a last sound. So first sound, I'm going to do the last sound. Last sound equals BS sign. And this guy will be the first sound. I guess a good start would be a classic Pong. Yeah, well, we did a more complex game than a classic Pong. This game is more complex, I think. Well, now we're crashing all over the place. And I can't show the game. Well, I can try. I can try showing the game. In case new people on stream haven't seen it. This is the game we're doing. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to fix the bug. Then I can do a Pong. Then I can show the game. Oh, that sucks. But why are we crashing again? We shouldn't be crashing. Bitmap color when you try to get the logo light. Logo light. Well, let's debug that like we did before. Asset loader, load asset. Let's see. I've seen the other videos. It's breakout of different kinds of arcade games. Exactly. It's like breakout. It's like, what if every other arcade game had to be like breakout? That's the cool thing. But I'm doing on YouTube. Let me show you guys. On the YouTube channel, I have started doing a tutorial series. And this tutorial series is a step-by-step approach. So it's not like the stream, which I just program like crazy. It's when I really explain, and there's like videos that I draw, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot of work editing all these videos, but I think it's getting pretty cool. And I'm about to release the other one, just finishing the editing. And this game I'm doing Pong. I'm doing step-by-step Pong, and it's going to be really cool. It's more simple than this breakout game, but you can watch the whole thing, all the explanations and stuff. If you know a little bit of C or C++, you'll be right at home to create this first game and probably release it. So this looks okay though. File data and file size. Let's see. I think the file data. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, because we haven't updated the code. Got excited, forgot to finish the code. So in the asset loader, when I try to load the PNG from the, when I try to load the asset, let's see. I'm going to pass what kind of asset I'm expecting to load. Okay, so this will be asset format PNG. So in the load asset here, this will be plus the size of U8. And this will be the end plus the size of U8. And I do need, well, do asset format. I'm gonna assert that the asset format is equal, let's say, to this as a pointer to a U8. Let's do file location plus plus. Okay, now we should be good to go. And we're crashing because we're expecting 0 and we are getting what? What are we getting? The pack file. Oh yeah, we're getting oh, this is really wrong. Yeah, this is totally wrong. Whenever we, let's see, we get the header, get the file begin and the file end. And the file begin, we're going to offset that. Well, let's put a breakpoint here. Let's go step by step. So 208. Okay, so yeah. Oh, that wasn't too much of a step-by-step thing. Let's see. Weird. Our pack file. Let me try to go step by step again. Our pack file is being offset. Cool, dude. Hey, man, thanks. So weird. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is correct. Back file plus 208. Let's just go back and check out the cooker. A C programmer, love it already. Oh man, I love it when you see the game, man. That's the most cool thing. But we're just finishing the asset system, and now I have a way for the asset to know what kind of asset it is. So yeah, I mean, this should be good to go. We send that to the asset format, and then we increment it, and then we copy that. File size, let's see. Oh, the used memory. We didn't update the used memory here. That was the problem. Is it an own extension? I see you read. No, it's not. Yeah. Oh, an own, you mean that we created. Yes, this .pack, we just made up this format. We specify it here, how it's laid out. There's like the GA for game asset. We should probably change the extension. Yeah, it's GA for game asset. Then we save the version number, the asset count. For every asset, we save where it's located in the file. Then we save the total size. And then for every asset, we save the format and the asset. Can I contribute? Well, the game is almost done. But if you go to my itch.io page, which is danzaydan.h.io, you can download the whole source code for free. And you can download all the 20 days of it, because I've been live streaming the whole process. And you can watch the whole thing on YouTube, which is youtube.com/danzaydan. So you can watch the whole thing. And for every day, you can download the source code. And then you can, and the license is pretty much like do whatever you want. Exactly do whatever you want. It's either like public domain, or you can copy, modify, publish, distribute, whatever, So you can download the last day, which I'm going to post just when I finish the stream. And then you can increment this asset system, which is pretty cool. You can just click download now. You're welcome to give me a tip if you feel like donating financially. But if you just want to download, just click no thanks, and you can download each of the days. I just want to help you. Yeah, the game is almost done. It's really close, really close. I think we should be good to go, I think, now. Let's see. And if it's good to go, you'll be able to see. Oh, man. Not yet. Let's see. Well, did I compile the game? The cooker. So we set file memory, and then we offset that. Let's see. To use the SDL? No. In this game, we're doing everything ourselves. So this is our platform layer. So when we need to create the window, create window. We call the Windows version create window exa. Where we need to draw. We don't use OpenGL in this game. Let's do the render. We do the rendering ourselves. And we do like bitmaps. We do rotated rectangles. We do also, yeah, this game's come a long way, man. It's kind of interesting because it's only been like 20 live streams, but we've done a lot of stuff. And you can learn the whole thing. And if it's too fast, you can also watch the tutorials, which are more like step-by-step approach, and not like a crazy, I'm going to sit down and program like crazy episode thing. Let me try loading again. So the file location 208. That looks about right. Let's just see how much assets we have. Asset count. We have 49 assets. Okay, this looks about right. So the pack file, so it's GA, then we have version 1, and then we have 49 files. First one is at 208, second one is at, well, let's see how much is like this guy. Yeah, okay, so this is correct. Now, if we subtract this is weird, because if I increment this guy, yeah, if I go to this address, if I go to this address, let's see, I'm really deep in C++. Yeah, I mean, if you love it, then it's awesome for you, man. This is correct, though. This is 0. Oh, because I guess it got the whole thing here. You got 0, man. This is correct. But why is it trying to read 2 bytes? If you try to read this, Yeah. This is weird. Why is this 207? Because this is 0. If you read like 2, guys, first one is 0, second one is probably doing something really stupid here, and I don't see what it is. Touch the first time serialization. My actual project is for a client. Touch the first time serialization. Awesome, man. Doing client work is a great way to get a lot of money, actually, because people really need good programmers. You know, I kind of am finding that, especially things that when you do like game programming, which is really hard. When you go do like enterprise software and stuff, which is way easier, you can do like some really high quality stuff, and the clients really like it. You can do like really fast and really high quality. That's what I'm. Oh, okay. Got the problem. Let's see. Where is it? I forgot. Asset loader. The problem is we should dereference after we do this. Fell in love with embedded stuff 1 week. No, I think I would also fall in love with it if I actually do some embedded programming, because I really like the idea of it. I really like it. But I haven't done it yet. The client has the next project from me already. Exactly, that's what I mean, man. If you do like quality stuff, you are going to get a lot of projects and a lot of money. And if you do like game programming, and if you migrate to like enterprise software or embedded software, you're going to be able to do like really faster and really high quality stuff, I think. So I think we found a mistake. Very stupid mistake. Okay, now we have a problem. Oh, that was a really weird problem. First caller. What? First caller is such a weird number. So we got colors, color count, first color. Menu starting color. I think we are probably writing more than we should. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. The work conditions in game development should be the worst from whatever. Yeah. Game programming is a harsh environment. Exactly. I haven't worked on a AAA game, only on indie games. So it's different, but it's a lot of work. Making games is really, really hard. I mean, look at recent games in the critics. Exactly. You know, the way I'm kind of thinking about it now is that I do like random software for money and games for fun. Because I got the best of both worlds in this way. So I don't work myself to death making games and have a really hard time making money, because making indie games is a lot hard work, man. When I release my big game, which, let's see, this game, I worked 3.5 years for this game. And I think it turned out pretty okay, I think. I really liked it. It's actually today, it's been 2 years that I released it. Today exactly, 15th of August. It's been 2 years that I released this game. So, yeah, and after 3.5 years, the game didn't sell anything at all. And a lot of people liked it, a lot of people didn't like it. But it was mostly positive, like 81%. It's pretty cool, especially for my first big game. But I don't know, man. It's been like another 3.5 years just to build another game and try to make money out of it. It's really crazy. Cool, this looks. Yeah, thanks, man. This was really, really hard work. We used the Unreal Engine to create it, and we did like motion capture for that. We managed to get a motion capture studio for free for the game, and so we recorded all sorts. I was the actor for the game. We did all sorts of fun stuff, and yeah, it's really crazy. But if I wanted to try to do this for a living, for real, I don't know. That would be really, really tough. I wouldn't probably do games this size yet. I want to get to the games this size again, but especially now that I'm doing this as a hobby, I really want to go smooth in a way. I will buy it. Thanks, man. It's really cheap. It's like 10 bucks, $10. This is in Brazilian reais, which is funny because the Brazilian reais is just like 1/4 of the dollar, but you can buy for half the price here. So, yeah. Okay, let's just go back to the game, and let's see here. When we load, let's just make sure the cooker that we're doing everything correctly. So the first guy is 0, then the last bitmap is the last guy, and then we do like the last bitmap plus 1. We don't need this, honestly. Then the main menu is the first sound, and then we do all the other ones, and then we do the last sound. Oh, because the assets counts 1 too much. Yeah. The asset, well, no, not really. I think this is correct. Make embedded and you earn 125k minimum with your 6 views. Exactly, man. That's the thing. You can earn a lot more money working a lot more productively. And by productively, I mean you can ship a lot more features because games take a long time to do all the features and stuff by doing non-games. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing embeddables. I'm doing like automation software, which is pretty cool. And oh man, so now we run. Come on. What the fuck, man? We got running. I don't know. I think I just forgot to compile. Your game dev stuff brings your executive continuous mind on decent level. Yeah. That's the spirit. Okay, now the same thing we did for the... I wonder if you'd find a job at a level without a degree on your resume, though. That's an interesting question because I don't have a degree, and but I work like freelance. I don't have a job per se. I do like random work I find in this area. No one ever asked me if I have a degree or not. But if I try to get like a corporate job, maybe that would come in handy. But I don't know, man. There are so few good programmers that people don't care if you have a degree or not, as long as you're a really good programmer. But it has to be a really good one, not just a programmer. It has to be a really good one. Yeah, so I really don't care about a degree. I almost got it. I spent like 2 years on college, but it's not really my thing, if truth be told. Loaded sound. Let's remove all these loaded sound stuff. Brick and the hit. The next sound to play. Yeah. I completely gave a fuck about school because I fixed computer already at the age of 8. Exactly, man. I guess if you're really good, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem, but except for like really corporate jobs. Then I suppose it would be a problem. Depends on what your goal is. Yeah, man, I mean, school not only is really expensive. I mean, in Brazil it's not nearly as expensive as it is in the US and Canada and stuff. But still, I don't know, it's really, really expensive. So let's see, asset loader. Now let's do some sound stuff. I have a loaded sound, and I'm gonna do sounds, and this is like the last sound minus the first sound plus 1. Correct, the last sound. Let's see, last sound is like 0 and 1. 1 minus 0 plus 1, yes. They hide their stuff behind misleading graduates. Free minds would instantly realize what's going on. That's why corporates don't like free minds. You have a point, man. I really see your point. I really do. Asset loader. So I should probably do like a get. Let's do a get sound. Yeah, really. So you get like sounds plus, we're gonna do asset minus the first sound. Yep. I really know why C# in Java is advertised. It's only because it's comfortable to code. Just mention nothing is for free. What do you mean exactly? I'm not sure I follow. Get sound, sound string. Running virtual machines. Oh, you have no idea what they do. Yes, okay, now I know what you mean. Yeah, man, I mean, this whole thing, this whole idea of getting away from the computer, I don't know. I think if you're programming the computer, you might as well know what it's doing, right? That's like the basic thing. It's proprietary hidden. Oh, okay. Oh, so you mean you have no idea what it's doing in the sense of like the corporations that own it, like Microsoft and stuff. That's also a huge problem. So brick sounds. So we're gonna do a brick 1 plus random integer in range, brick sounds minus 1. Yep, or Oracle. This name is not just a joke. Yeah, dude, I just watched a YouTube video about like the origins of Oracle and stuff, how it was tied to like the beginning of Silicon Valley and stuff. It's really some shady stuff happening in these big corporations, man. That's why I like doing like small freelance stuff for programming. This way, brick sounds. I think I'm gonna hard code that to like 4. Yeah, they don't play around, man. These guys. And you also work a lot. It's not only in games industry. If you work like for these huge companies, even if their idea like to push and create like patents and stuff, just the same thing. Hit sounds, yeah, same thing. 4. Hard coded. Based on informations in horsepower, based on every mobile phone existing, they can calculate and control global transitions. You mean transactions? Control global transitions. Logistics. Oh, okay. Yeah, and you know, Amazon is really it sounds. Amazon is really, you know, not playing around also when it's trying to get that market share, right? In terms of like controlling where people buy stuff and what people buy, and they may start game sound. Start game. Global control. Yeah, they get a lot of information there. I guess for the normal guys like us, they have so much information that they have a huge hard time figuring that out. Also because they have a lot of stuff, a lot of people working there. Old sound. They have a lot of people working there, and so everything is really complicated. So I'm not sure how wall sound. Is that player wall? Player wall. Okay. I'm not sure how well they're going to be able to type that grip if they want to. because of just the sheer complexity. I mean, so I suppose there is a bright side, right? Amazon is paying 0.1 taxes for you. I would go to jail. Only if they find out, right? Interface. Yeah, see, the problem of doing the asset system later on, like we're doing now, so first brick, is that we do have this this kind of boring work of going back and we're doing a lot of stuff we already did. But it's worth it because now we know exactly what kind of assets we want to program. Hard coded. Let's see. Get sound, too many parameters. Let's see, get sound. A well-scalable concept hasn't to be complex. In fact, it's easier and simpler. It is. Yeah, but these big companies, I don't know, man. They look pretty crazy complex to me from the outside, I suppose. So I'm not entirely sure, right? Because I haven't worked on a company like, well, even people who work there, they probably don't still have the big picture, right? And that's the biggest problem, I think. Load. So, yeah, but I don't know. It got to a point that maybe not even the big shot guys can easily understand the whole thing. All you can do is to ask like the department leaders to do more stuff, I suppose. Doesn't we all live on a stage? We do, man. We live on a circus, right? But that's good. That's why it's so fun. Loaded menu. Okay, so we're gonna remove all these guys and these guys as well. These guys. Okay. Gameplay, and then we play it. Okay. This looks good, I think. We're gonna do the same thing here for the sound. So we're gonna do last sound minus first sound plus 1 I plus plus circus. Yeah, that's my word. Exactly, man. That's why it's fun, right? Because it's really so crazy that we can't take that too seriously, right? That's why making games is fun. It's like the epiphany of not taking things seriously and just doing like simulated crazy worlds that you can play around with it. But it's also nice to have an understanding and see the whole thing once you do have that understanding. That's a pretty cool thing. Load sound from pack. Oh, but we do, yeah. This looks perfect, I think. Sounds. Code never lies to me. That's why I love low-level code. It does exactly what you tell it to do, right? That's why the fewer libraries I use, the better I like the code. And the more for fun the project is, like this one, I'm going to use pretty much nothing, you know. Asset loader, like load, let's see, from pack. Because you can really dig around and there's no like secrets, right? That's a nice way to put it. I don't think I've ever thought about this, but no secrets from the code. Load sound from pack. It's going to take an asset. And it's going to be a loaded sound. The result. And then let's see. I'm going to load the asset. I think I'm going to load inline here, or maybe I'm going to take a pointer to the asset format. This way I can just make sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this. Asset format. be this. Okay, this way when we try to load the asset, let's see, we can pass like 0 because we don't care. And in here, asset format, and we can do like the asset format. And then we do like if the asset format is asset wave. Let's do asset format wave. I mean, okay, I'm using SDL for graphics, but I would rely on third-party socket. Yeah, I mean, SDL is probably fine. Okay, yeah. But I really like being able to do it as close as what I'm supposed in terms of like the raw material, the raw API as I can. So I really like that. Let's do else if asset format. Let's do OGG, and then we can also assert if it's an image. I think we're going to do this. When we load from the pack, I'm going to load like format. We pass the format here. Then we assert that the format equals to the asset format PNG. Yeah, and here this is invalid code. Invalid code path. Okay, now, and we should be able to load the wave and the OGG here. Now, U8, yep, like this. Yep, the wave's performance in abstractions is horrible and underrated. Exactly, man. Abstractions is a dirty word. I mean, you have to be able to compress the code, right, to make it manageable, but not for its own sake, right? Exactly. Load sound from pack. What was the problem? Oh, bitmap. Loaded sound. Just see if the problem is this. Yeah, we don't have that declared. Oh, because it's lowercase. I suppose. Yep. So let's go back. We have to finish this later on, but let's do it. Get sound. Sound gameplay. What's the music? Main music. And this is the menu music. This is the sign. This is the force field. It's cool to write scripts with Python, but 70% of the GPU is parsing. Isn't really what I like to tolerate as a rational being. Yeah, dude, this is I had a similar experience. I profiled a scripting language. I was trying to get what the scripting language could do in terms of like libraries and stuff. But just the amount of time you spent trying to understand what you wrote, it's just ridiculous. I just wanted to do a specific thing. Machine language is awesome. I mean, and if you can generate that for the user, that's what matters, man. Yeah, 70% spent on parsing. Exactly. Oh man, that's really weird. And people don't find it strange. I mean, they could find it horrible because that's a little bit subjective, right? But not finding it a little bit strange is strange in and of itself. Yeah, let's see, loop. Oh, it's comment loop. Let's see what else, force field. Start game, and we also have to check after we finish. I'm gonna have to play the game for a while to make sure that no sound got swapped, which I'm pretty sure some sounds must have gotten swapped because I've been editing a lot of code. A lot of code. Wall, player wall. The problem is everyone programming Python is offended if you tell them that fact. People get offended too much, dude. It's all a circus, man. It's just for fun. Take that non-seriously. I don't take hardly anything seriously at all, if truth be told. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get me offended because, I don't know, you shouldn't really power up and power down. You shouldn't really take things too seriously, man. See how the world is right now. If you try to make sense and approved, yeah, multiple times. If you try to make sense of it in a serious way, oh, this is meant to do this and this institution and all that stuff, you're gonna go crazy, man. You're gonna go crazy, completely crazy, lose life. I don't remember we doing lose. Oh, we did lose life. We're gonna go crazy, and we're gonna lose the joy of life, I suppose. Uninitialized. So let's initialize it. I don't say I would never use Python, but I tell some facts. Yeah, that's the thing, man. You can use whatever it's best for what you need at that time. And another interesting thing is that most people who really understand like game engine programming and stuff would probably advise you to start using a lot of libraries, but in a way that you, when you get deep into the project, that you can get them out of the code. Like we can probably, we're probably gonna do this today. We'll probably take the PNG reader out of the game. It's gonna be way better in terms of memory and like usage and stuff. So yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to not use it, but you have to know what its weaknesses are. That's for like pretty much anything. Like I've compiled this like 1,000 times for some reason. Let's see if we have sound. Let's see. Okay, we crashed. Expression 0. As the format is 0. When I try to reading, sound 0. Okay. This is wrong. This should really be like I plus first sound. That's engineering, exactly. Jonathan Blow loves saying that. You know, that people don't do like serious engineering anymore, just because they're kind of afraid of not lying to themselves, I suppose. That's the 49. That's the huge, one of the most serious problems. Lying to yourself, man. We do use multi-threading for the audio. The audio runs on a separate thread, and we also do the OGG reader in another thread. Actually, we implemented that today, really. We implemented that today, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty easy because we did a job system. Let me see, I think it was in day, I don't remember which day that was. 11, 12. On day 12, we did a job system for the game. And then on the day 13, we used that on the audio, and today we use that for the OGG reader. What's with input event handling? Not much, really. I mean, I pick Windows messages, and then I process, like, if we hit like a key that we care about, we care like for the VK left, right, up, down, escape. And then I just set, this is my struct, and I set my struct is down to is down, and changed if it's changed or not. Yeah, so that's the basic input system we have, and it's kind of basic, but it does everything we need. If we need it to be more complex, like accepting more than one movement per frame, we could probably change this from changed to like half transition and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty easy. And then we process the inputs and give to the game like a huge not a huge, but like a struct with all the info it needs. So when I do like pressed, I can do like pressed button escape like this. I can do like is down button up, pressed button down. I can do like left mouse button stuff. You have a lot of libs on the side made yourself. I have a whole GitHub with examples. I'm kind of building that progressively, so I don't have yet, I mean a full thing. this OGG thing that we implemented today, that was partially the lib that I did with the lib from Sean Barrett. I kind of improved that a little bit. Not improved in the sense of making it better, improved in the sense of making the interface work better with my other libraries. But the idea is to keep building a more solid engine, so to speak. And after this game, I'm going to spend some time on really solidifying the engine aspect of the game, and not just the game. Okay, we are getting somewhere, I suppose. But we have a huge sample. Sound. What sound is this? Looping, a looping sound. Oh, yeah, let's see, it's the sounds. Try opening the window a bit. So I got a little bit of wind. To make an example for everything you will need later and collect them. I was astounded after 1 year how much I reused. You know, this is really true. This is, oh yeah, our code is really busted. This is really true in the sense that, oh, because we haven't finished it. Okay, that makes sense. It's really true in the sense that you reuse a lot of the base code, and the more you build it solidly, if that's a word, robustly, I suppose, the better and faster you'll be able to do projects. And they'll also be pretty robust. Let's see. Load sound from pack. Let's see, load sound. Maybe I'm not going to take the PNG out of the game. I don't think I'll care, to be honest. Yeah, so result will be equal to load wave from memory. Right? So, and then I take a string, which is, well, I'm going to take that, call that sound. And the same thing here, load OGG from memory. Maybe, reliable, robust, whatever. Yes, exactly. Okay. Our sounds, okay, now our sounds a little bit better. The first sound is really problematic, but the other ones look okay, I suppose. Let's run through this guy. Let's see. So we're trying to read in the asset 9. Is that correct? Asset 9? Which asset 9? Let's see. Cooker 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is wrong. Let's see what number is the logo dark. See, this is kind of finicky. Logo dark is 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7, 8. No, this is correct. So 9 is supposed to be the menu music. Let's see if menu music is 9. It is. So, yeah, I suppose very good. And this is a OGG. Yeah, right now we're not doing that async, but we can work on that later on. Sample count, channel count, sample rate, samples. Well, this looks perfect, I think. So sounds. Yep, let's do the other one. And let's keep doing them. You know what? This looks perfect. Let's see when we screw that up. Here. When we do the... Here we screw that up. When we play the sound? Maybe when we get the sound. We already screwed that up. That's really weird. I'm gonna put a data breakpoint. Data breakpoints are pretty useful. Sounds 0.sample count. The last bitmap is the logo dark. First sound is 9 plus 0. 8. I'm trying to load bitmap 8, which is the logo dark. Oh, bitmap array. The bitmap array is not big enough. Should be last bitmap plus 1. See, last and count are tricky words. It's easy to get confused. Control, 100% control. Yeah, man. I also think it's a lot more fun, to be honest, than C++, because you can just take a look at the code and understand it pretty easily. Ha! It works! Awesome. And since this project is mostly about having fun, I chose to go with C over C++. I've been working, oh my god, with MATLAB for the last year, and I'm so sick of it, too high level. Exactly, man. When you give up understanding of the program, and the program is about making the CPU do stuff, right? That's what the program is about. When you give that up, you not only lose productivity, I think, but you are really in risk of making the program have like weird bugs you can't ever solve. And that's not ever fun, right? Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I mean, I shipped a PS4 game using like 99% of Unreal's visual scripting. And when I needed to go down and like fix real stuff when I was about to ship the game, it was really, really problematic. But well, I had to do what I had to do, and I managed to ship the game. I want to see framed difference. Okay, try the game on release mode. Okay. Oh, but it is locked, the frame rate. I can unlock, but it's probably gonna break the game quite a lot, I think. So you're not gonna see any difference at all because it's locked at 60 frames per second. See? So it's exactly the same thing. But I can try unlocking it just for the fun of it. But it's probably gonna break things like particles. They are frame rate dependent. So yeah, let's not sleep. Let's never sleep. The menu is gonna take more time to run than the rest of the game because it has big bitmaps and stuff. So yeah, the menu is 2 milliseconds per frame. The game's like 1.2. Yeah, when we have like more particles, it's probably gonna take a little longer. Yeah, so the particles, they look different because we spawn like 1 per frame and stuff. It's easy to fix, but since we're gonna be locked anyway, we don't really care. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, see, we got up to 2. But it's so smooth, like the wobble. Yeah, it is pretty smooth. Maybe if you, well, you know what? I think it's hard coded, the 60 frames per second thing, the target DT. maybe we could get the user refresh rate next time around. That would be a useful thing to do. In the polish pass. Is this wrong? Yeah. What's happening? Hey man, I've seen your Dan channel. It's about making a game in C from scratch, programming an asset system. You're the man. I'm going to design a unique overlay for your channel. Really, dude? That would be awesome. The trail on the ball looks better. Yep, have a look on my profile picture, Science Technology. It's one of the best games. I will, man. Thanks a lot. Awesome. The thing is, we could have that behavior with a lower frame rate by having like this is the ball and this is how much it went in one frame. We could insert more particles and lerp this position. That would be the better, more robust way. But I don't know. I don't really think it's worth the trouble because it's kind of finicky getting these lerp and stuff to 100%. So, and since we don't want to fry the user's CPU, right? Just to run at, I don't know, we were running at 1.5. How much is like 1.5? Well, it's like 1 over 1.5. 600 frames per second. Is that correct? The math? I think so. So it's not really worth it to run that fast. But yeah, I think it's pretty responsible. We could probably lock that at 120. This looks pretty responsible, I think. Responsive. It's also not crazy bright and stuff. We could make the particles a bit brighter though, I think. Particle trail, spawn particle, life. Yeah, well, let's try making that a little bit bigger. How many lines is this all together, not including libraries? Let's see, man. Let's see. It's gonna, well, let's see. This program is really slow to count the lines. I think this is just some configuration that I should be doing. But yeah, because it's running for like the Visual Studio stuff. Yeah. So, including libraries, we have 13K of code. Excluding libraries, well, it's not that much. 3.7K lines of, almost 3.8 thousand lines of code. So 3,700 lines of code. And if we include blank lines and comments, because this thing doesn't, if we include it, we have like 3794 plus, what? No, that was wrong. Oh, that's right? Oh, so, okay, yeah, we have 5K. So we typed on stream 5,000 lines of code, which is okay, I suppose. It's a nice game, nice size game. And these 3 files are libraries. I only remember 2 files. So we got the OGG importer. Let's see. Yeah, the image and the waving part. Yeah. So we have 3 libraries for loading stuff, and they have like 9,000 lines of code. And if you add these guys, have like 12,000. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And you can watch all those 5,000 lines of code being written on YouTube. Oh, and that guy that offered to make the cover, I do have a cover on YouTube that I made myself. I think it looks pretty cool. It's from my big game, the one that's also on my avatar. This game. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool. I really like that game. It was 3.5 years of my life after all. I better like it. Okay, so I think we should be wrapping up. Let's just try to see the size that we have and evaluate whether or not we should do the... yeah, see, this is, we're 5.59 megabytes in terms of data, right, of the game. And when you try to run the game, oh, okay, you know, it's not, we forgot one thing. When we changed to load from memory, from the asset loader memory. When we did the OGG for memory, it's not async. So we have to change that. Okay. So yeah, we gotta change that. Let's see. So right now we pass a pointer to this guy. This is gonna really screw up. Well, no, it's gonna be something like this: load sound from memory. Then I pass what's that? Sounds plus I as the pointer. Sounds plus I. Yeah. Instead of returning, we do a pointer here. Sound. And then we don't need to zero that. And then here we do the sound equal to this. And we do like async OG from memory, and then we pass the pointer to the sound. Oh, we already have a sound. Let's call that result. So this would be the result. Oops. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Result. Sound. And we don't have the async, so let's do the async load OGG here. And these are sounds. And let's do async from memory. Do load OGG from memory. And yeah, so this is a string S. Then we pass a pointer to the string. Then here we do a string pointer data 1, loaded sound data 2. Sound result void. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. Okay, so we loaded fast, but we crashed, so that's not good. OGG importer. We got pretty deep on the call stack. Open memory, decode from memory. Oh, we didn't call the async thing. Oh, we did. Let's see. Oh, because we are optimized, it'll be hard to debug. Let's not build the optimized build. Oh, this is the asset cooker. The game. Let's see. Okay. So we are here on the load from memory. This guy, let's see if it's a valid string. And it's not a valid string. Let's see, the load. Yeah, you know what? I have to do a string copy, and not the string. Let's see, thing here. Yeah, I'm gonna pass the string itself. I'm gonna take a bath. See you later. One question. Okay, let's see. Actual parameter, not a pointer. We call, because this guy goes out of scope here, this is not gonna work. How many monitors do you use? I used one 4K monitor. So I can go all the way from like here. So see, Let me see, I think I can show you quickly my monitor. Oops, wrong thing. This is my full monitor. So you see I stream this part and I keep up with chat here, and then I have OBS here. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, one monitor. I really like having a 4K monitor. Really do, really do. I used to have like 2 monitors. I tried one wide monitor, but 4K is the one I like the most, I think. So, what's okay? We pass the pointer to the result. We need a string. I think I may be a bad person at this point. Well, if I just pass the string here, sound. Yeah, see, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure how to solve this. Because this will not work when I try reading. Like, data 1. See, what is this supposed to be? It is a pointer to a string, but if the string ran out of scope, the pointer is all crazy. So if I just pass the string.data, and I do like well, we could do 3. Well, you know that saying, in for a penny, in for a pound? Since we did 2 datas, which was this crazy hack, we could do 3 and build a string here. I don't know, I'm kind of inclined to do this. Let's do this data. I'm not sure, kids. I was away when you answered. I have one 4K monitor. I really like it. I even showed how. So yeah, this is what I see, and this is what you see. So yeah, one 4K monitor, pretty cool. I really like it. This is like the memory and the size. Yeah. I used 2 monitors for a while, for a long time actually. When I use like an Unreal Engine, 2 monitors is way better because it's easy to snap different views. Since I mostly work on one view, sometimes I really like to make like the editor really tall, and then I do like the debugger in the top right, and in the bottom left, the bottom right, the game. Also pretty cool. Yeah, those are some of the nice setups. I even have an image of that, if I'm not mistaken, on itch.io. For the other game I did, the open source Spawn, that you guys can download the source code for. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool setup I did for a while. It's a 4K monitor. So this is the editor, the debugger, and the game. 4K is a lot of space. I have you have 3 wide monitors. Speed up, but you do them. You keep them side by side. Like let's see, like this. Speaking of training our peripheral vision, man. But the thing about wide monitors that I found, I did use a 2560 by 1080 monitor for a while. When you code, it's really about the vertical space, really. But I'm not sure. I haven't tried setting that vertically. That probably be a bit too weird. I think the 4K was a nice, I don't know, middle ground in this sense. Okay, let me try debugging this guy. let's see, the data1 should be a string. Let's see. It is OGG. This is perfect. So yeah, I am going to do that hack. Sorry guys, we did the ugly hack first, common. So we might as well do the ugly hack again. So we're gonna pass 3 data pointers. And at this point, I should probably think about structuring this a little bit better. But since we are almost done with this game, I think I'm gonna leave that in the other game to structure this better. So we don't have to, you know, data 3. So we have to think about memory for now, since we did pretty much everything pretty easily. We even did the stack allocator earlier today. So s.data, s.size. Okay. And this I'm gonna pass the data, and this will be the 3 guy. Parameter 4. Before I got the client, after I got the client, okay, let me see. I can make a bigger. Let's see. Oh, can I share that on stream? I think I can, right? That was pretty cool. Nice workstation, man. Looks awesome. Yep, okay. So this is before he got the client. It was pretty cool already. And this is after you got the client. You even changed the desk. Oh, you didn't change the desk, I suppose. Awesome, 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 man. Really cool. Oh man. See, it's really cool, man. You have to learn how to make money programming because it seems smaller now. Exactly, the table looks smaller to be honest. I also changed my, I don't have an easy picture now, but I did change my workstation a lot when I started making money with programming. And we don't have to be afraid, man, to make money programming. Mismatch for parameters 4. Well, let's just pass that as a void star pointer. Too few arguments for call. 1 more 0. And I think now we are 100% good to go. I think now we are. Let's see. Okay, we shouldn't be able to. Okay, let's see how much it takes to load. I'm gonna go back to the optimized build. The client bought the monitors from me before I even started. Really? That's awesome. It loads super fast. Super fast. I can't really complain about it loading. So I don't think I'm gonna get rid of the PNGs for now. It's fast enough for this game. That transition is awesome. This one is really cool as well. This one's really cool. Oh, this one's not that cool. Kind of slow. And let's see, and the spacing of this one. That's pretty cool as well. What? Dude, this is crazy fast. And I think we lost a little bit of the mix. Oh, did you hear that stereo? We implemented on our audio system a panning system, and it's so easy to use that we made pretty much everything stereo. That was awesome, that audio system. Nice effect. Thanks, man. That was the idea, man. The idea was to make it feel really nice. And I even tweeted about the progress, and it's pretty cool because the game looks pretty boring for a while. Because we focused on gameplay for some time. But when we got to implement the actual effects, that was like a huge progress, huge progress. You are really talented. Thanks, man. It also involves hard work, though. I think they kind of go hand in hand. The more you work, if you show this project to a company, you get hired. Not sure when I get hired, though. Before they see it. I really like the way I'm working now. You know, I kind of work part-time doing client stuff and part-time just doing crazy stuff for fun. And I really like doing this stuff for fun. And this game is really close to being done. Really close. Let's just review what we have. We finished today the asset cooker. And it's really, really awesome. I really like the way we did. Oh, there's like one small thing. Really small thing to do. Before we load the pack. Oh, we really cleaned up. We deleted a lot of code from the game today. That was awesome. When we load the pack file, load here, instead of doing this, because you underestimate your work, dude. Yeah. Because instead of doing like this, in some platforms, the asset file may be in different locations. So I don't want to hard code in the game where the asset file is. Like maybe if it's in the PS4, it's in a different place. So I'm gonna just like OS get pack file, get pack data, and the OS will care about where it is. So in the Win32 platform, when we read entire file, where's that? Well, in the platform common, I suppose. Yeah, I'm gonna do an inline string OS, or I'll forget what it was about. Get pack data. Get pack data. And then here in the file OS, I have write save file, which is also platform dependent, right? So I'm gonna do the OS get pack data, same thing. I'm just going to return this. So it wasn't a big change in terms of structure of the code, but this makes it way less platform dependent, I suppose. Okay, well, 12 people, man. Today's stream is really, really something. Your first declaration looks cool. Yeah, you mean like doing this thing in one line and this thing in another? I really like it as well. I think it's really easier to read like this, because this is usually not important, because pretty much everything is internal or inline. You put the return tag, yeah, and it's also good for commenting. So let's see if I have like a return comment like this. So I do like internal B32, and what does that mean? Well, it means if we should sleep. It's really easy to read, I think. Yeah. So let's just review what we have and where we are going. Well, if we were supposed to review the whole thing, we might as well do it, right? Oh, on my Twitter, you can watch the progress. I posted like a GIF for the progress. Let's see. See, that was episode 1. Episode 2, that's pretty cool. Episode 3, now it starts to look like the breakout game, right? Episode 4, we got better colors. And we have like weird collision and stuff. Episode 4, we also start doing like pickups in other game modes. And we did this crazy 2-ball one that we cut from the game. That was cool. Episode 5, we did the Pong game. And as you can see, it really looked kind of bad at this point. And we also did Space Invaders. There's like no particle system, there's no animation, there's no like subtle things. But it's all progress, right? You have to get the gameplay nice before you make it like crazy stuff. And this is where we started doing the things. Yeah, we started doing like the particle system, and we changed the particle color. And they're still pretty bad. Oh, we also did some animations on the walls. See, when we hit the wall, there's animation. Now I have a better particle, and we also did the play movement, the first version of it. Oh, and the particles when the blocks destroys, and then we change the size of the particle when we collide with something. So now we start having more things, more interesting behaviors. See, now the particles look pretty cool. See, that's where we implement rotated rectangles. So the particles can look way better. I love the wobble. Yeah, the wobble is awesome. And I think it got even more cool in one point, I think. Oh, this is where we implemented the bitmaps in our software renderer. So we can see the power-ups and power-downs. At this point, we started doing... Oh, this was audio. Can we listen to some audio? Yeah. This was the first music, which was the other game's music. Implemented audio in episode 11. And then we started, doing some cleanup and more audio. First version of the menu and the movement audio looks pretty bad. Sounds pretty bad as well. But that was the first version. Because in episode 15, we did the better version of the game. And also started doing the save system, if I'm not mistaken. Do the power-ups stack up? They do. They stack up both in time. Like if you get the same power-up twice, you have it for twice as long. And if you do same power-up, if you do different power-ups, you can do like crazy. And if you stack like the triple shot and the comet power-up, that's really cool, man. Oh, and I didn't get to show the transition. The level transition. Oh, see, I'm gonna stack up the transition. This guy. Look at that, man. Look at those points. Oh my god, I missed it. Hammer. You collect 3 greens. Does it triple the time? It does. It does triple. And that's pretty cool. And you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but on the bottom left of the screen, if you look at the bottom left, you can see the timer. But it's really subtle. It's meant to be subtle though. And you also see I have 1 triple shot. Awesome. Oh crap. Space Invaders. Sorry for my German. I don't know what that means, man. But you're excused. It's okay. I can speak in Portuguese as well. Posso falar em português, o que você acha? Dá pra você entender alguma coisa? Nada, né? It means just amazing. Okay, thanks. Oh, we got 2 people from Germany now on stream. Awesome, man. Thanks, man. I really like that people are enjoying it. I'm really liking the process. Although making everything on live stream is really hard. I think next game I'm not gonna do the whole thing live. Probably gonna do just parts of it live stream, parts of it just going to do off stream, maybe do like a tab vlog or something. That's right, Pong. Yeah, look at that. Where are you from? I'm gonna take a guess. Pakistan? No, man, I'm from Brazil. That was really far from Pakistan. I speak Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese. Português do Brasil. Brazil, yeah, man. Oh crap. Dude, I really like where the game is going now. I really like it. You still perfection. Okay. If you're telling me that, I'm gonna believe you. Okay. So that's the point we got. It's funny because my friend's from Pakistan and he just speaks just like you. Well, but I suppose my English is pretty good, right? Yeah, I don't have that much of an accent. I do have a funny way to speak though. Yeah. There are definitely similarities. You also have a friend from Pakistan, man? Come on. Or are you just making fun now? So the roadmap for now is a polish stream, Not sure I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 polish. I have a lot of friends all. That's awesome, man. Have friends all around the world. I do have a couple friends from outside Brazil and the US, but not that many though. That's awesome. Okay, so the plan is next stream we're gonna do a polish pass, a final polish pass. Probably gonna be a part 1 for the polish pass. Not sure, but we have a few things to consider. Like make full screen launch prettier, more optimizations or not, floating point colors or not. We're not going to do these optimizations. Save when quit, probably not. Make return the player's mouse cursor. I think they're gonna, yeah, maybe the audio thing. Gonna be small stuff. And then we're gonna do the maybe we're gonna do the OSS first. That's the online online subsystem. Online subsystem. Network is one of the most important things in programs. That's true. But my brother is a partner of mine on these projects, and he's a commercial guy. So he's in charge of making friends, and I'm in charge of making code. I like that deal. You never know when it comes something when you need a collaboration to finish a project. This is exactly, man. You do need to know a lot of people, and especially to make money, man. That's entirely true. And then I'm gonna release. So that's the roadmap, and I think I'm gonna do this maybe later on off stream just for fun and release it to you guys in some way or another. I'm not sure. Kind of thinking about some ideas. So that's the plan. That is the plan. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I certainly have enjoyed. You can follow me. Well, since I opened the Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter as well. I like to post like small GIFs of what we are working on and my tutorials and stuff. Because on YouTube, I am now posting all sorts of crazy videos. Not only the live streams we're creating now, but I also have tutorials, like step-by-step tutorials, and those are pretty cool. I also have some jazz playing in the background, and I also like draw some things to explain a little bit better the concepts that I really program fast here on stream. I'm no social media guy. Yeah, I'm not really a social media guy either. And also have like one-off tutorials.
I'm going to talk a little bit about
what are pointers and stuff.
Around to a function.
So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're going to see all sorts of crazy stuff. And when this project comes to an end, which is pretty close now, we're going to do more cool stuff, I think. I'm going to focus more on engine, and then we're going to do OpenGL stuff, and then we're going to do bigger games and 2D, then 3D games, all sorts of crazy stuff. Really exciting times. And you can download the game on each other for free. This is the game, Break Arcade Games. I need a new background. It's kind of ugly compared to the new Pong one. This is pretty cool, I think. Really liked it. This is for the tutorial one. This is the one that we're doing on my live stream. You can... Oh, now the GIFs are working properly. Yeah. The Pong one is pretty cool. Space Invaders. And you can download the whole thing, all days source code for free. But please apply for a company. No way, man. No way. I don't like working like for a company with fixed time, things like that. It may be cool for us for some times, for some time, but I really get tired of doing the same thing all over again. So, not sure though. I'm gonna do this. I like doing like client work, part-time programming and part-time game programming. That's perfect for me. You can download the game and the source code, and you're welcome to give me a tip if you are liking this, can support me, or just download the game. No problem, man. You can do whatever you want with the source code, whatever you want with it. Hopefully, we are getting close to the release, and then it's going to be really cool, and we're going to keep you updated. Hopefully, next time we can talk more about the release. Client work's really cool because you don't do the same thing exactly. I really like client work, and if I work like my ass off, I can do that pretty quickly and get rid of it. So, yeah, I really like it. And since my brother is a commercial guy, he keeps getting cool clients, I suppose. So it's working pretty nicely, this partnership. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye bye.